What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood high priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king, LadySpeech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world, absolutely, positively, anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world. And you are also sharing a little bit of time and space with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notifications bell to keep up with all of these happenings around these here parts. Now, let's get into today's video, shall we? All right, y'all, as you can see from the title of today's video, I had a word on my heart for you today. I had a word on my heart for you today. Sometimes I got a rant for you, and sometimes I got a word for you, and I got a word for you. It is officially October 2nd, baby. It is about 7 days before my birthday. My birthday is October 8th, and I am just, you know, I am reminiscing, I am reflecting, I'm doing all of the things. And this word came to me today. This word has been coming, it comes to me periodically. When I sit and reflect on my life, what I'm grateful for, what I've gone through, but it really is impactful right now. I am in the midst of a lot of transition. My mind state has greatly shifted this past year. And this is really my last birthday. I noticed this huge shift within me. And a big part of that shift was the completion of so many cycles. Like literally, like it was like 10, 12, 13, 14, so many cycles just ended. There were things, and it's a good thing. In all of those cycles, I was about to say most of those cycles, well, no, I do have to go back to saying most of those cycles ended due to healing, and they ended in a good way. One of them, a couple of them, really just one of them, but it was a lot of things, but it was one area of my life that just blew up, and that did not end, that cycle did not end well. But for me, I experienced a lot of strife and heartache and pain, and that ending wasn't a smooth one. But for the most part, after that, all these endings they just coincided and they intersected with the work that I've been doing. And it really just comes down to all of that to say, healing is hard, staying wounded is harder. Healing is hard, but it is always worth it. I was kicked out of my family at 18 years old by my father. He completely kicked me out of the family. His parting words to me when he did it was, don't ever contact any of my family ever again. This is my family, this is not your family. And I remember him saying like that he knew that I was going to be strung out on drugs and not have a good life, make the worst decisions ever. And if I was lucky, I would die young, but I would probably ruin my life and a couple of kids' life that I had before I left this world. And that was our parting words when I was 18 years old. And I was kicked out into this world to do what I needed to do for myself. And I'm not gonna tell the story like I was homeless, all kinds of stuff. That is in some of my Jehovah's Witness videos, so you could look through my content to get that. The story is there. I'll tell it in another video another time, and that's not the point of this video. But I was kicked out and left to fend for myself. And from the moment, well, actually, I won't say from the moment I got kicked out. There was those first initial moments. Even though I had a plan, I went to the youth homeless shelter. Those first initial moments, I was absolutely shocked. I was absolutely shocked and just in shock for a while. And then I had a moment. I had a moment with Creator. I remember being at the youth homeless shelter, Urban Peak, And I remember being at Urban Peak, and I remember sitting there, and I had a moment with Creator where I was looking around, and I was like, is this really my life? Like, is this really my life? Like, is this really my life? Is this really my life? Is this really my life? And I had a moment where I was like, I could definitely unalive myself at this moment, or I could try. And I had to weigh. There was a part of me that was like, it hasn't been worth it so far. Why would you try? The other option seems so good. I remember making a deal with myself and Creator. I remember saying, and I had a journal where I wrote it. I still have that journal where I wrote it down in. I remember saying, listen, Creator, I'll give you 2 years. And I'll give it my all in 2 years. I will throw myself at healing. I will throw myself at making it. I will throw myself at surviving. I will throw everything I have at staying alive, and not only staying alive, but thriving. I will give myself over to it. And if things don't shift in 2 years, I'm going to walk off into the sunset. I'm going to get off of this planet, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. And I felt like Creator was like, bet. And I was like, bet. So I threw myself at my healing. And I was intense about it. I took that promise very seriously. Because if nothing else, I'm a Libra, and it's not that we're indecisive, it's that we want to make the best decision. But best believe when we make that decision, we're going to stick to it when we've taken our time and weighed the options. Once I was like, okay, I dedicate myself to this decision, I dedicated myself to that decision. And I threw everything I had at my healing. I threw it all at my healing. I gave it all. I surrendered. I dropped everything. And I just went, therapists, anything, counselors. I screamed for help. I screamed for help. I screamed to Creator. I screamed to the cosmos. I screamed to the earth. I just started screaming. I screamed to myself. I just started screaming for help at everything, with everything I had. Because I was like, it either has to work, it's gonna work if I throw it all if I throw everything I have at it, or if it doesn't work and I decide to get off the planet, I will be at peace because I threw everything I had at it. And I'm still here. Not surviving. I'm thriving. The other day I made a statement, yesterday actually, I made a statement on Facebook, and I said my younger self, in my early 20s self, and my teenage self is quite impressed. My young woman self is quite impressed with the life I'm living. They're looking at me in awe. Like my young, I do a lot of inner child healing, and my inner child is like, this is one of the first times, like, not only there's been times in my life, especially on this healing journey, where my inner child has been proud of me, but this is the first time, like, my inner child has looked at me, that, like, my inner young woman, my inner teenage years is looking at me like, all my teenage years are looking at me like, my God, you are the person we wanted to be. Like, they're looking at me like, if we saw you on TV, do you realize we'd want to, like, be you? And I'm like, I am you. And it's fly. And it's wonderful, and it's beautiful, and we are fabulous. All of that to say, healing is hard. Staying wounded, I can tell you from experience, is harder. Healing is hard. Deep shadow work, deep shadow work is hard. This isn't for the lighthearted. This is for the gangster. Looking at yourself, understanding where you are problematic, understanding how your abuse and the messed up things that happened to you created symptoms, created parts of your personality that aren't the greatest. Understanding where you are beginning to walk down the very toxic path and take on the personality traits of those who hurt you. Healing is hard. Looking at the ugly, revisiting the wounding. Healing is hard. Looking at the past, looking at your violations, healing is hard. Looking at the very painful things that you went through, healing is hard. I can tell you it is hard. It is for the gangster. It is not easy. And it's worth it. Every ounce of it. It's worth it. Every ounce of it. It's worth it. Every ounce of it. Every ounce of it. Every moment of it. It's worth it. The healing is worth it. The healing is worth it. The healing is worth it. And the elixir of healing, y'all. The elixir of healing, y'all. It just... There is no sweeter nectar than when you can look back at yourself and say, this is where I was broken. And then when you can also trace how you repaired that. Healing is the soul's orgasm. Let me tell you. Ooh, let me write that down. I just really just said that. And I mean it. Healing is truly the soul's orgasm. Soul, not soil. Healing is, y'all, it's worth it. Reflecting on this birthday coming up, getting ready to celebrate, calling people to tell them my plans. It just made me reflect on how living my life, doing what I did last night, doing what I'm about to do tonight, doing what I do every day. Doing what I do during the day, doing what I do during the night, spoke my life into being, and now I'm speaking an even greater ending of my life. The greatest thing that I can do for my ancestors is be happy. It's not about college. It's not about being the first black anything. It is about being happy. The greatest prayer for my ancestors was that I was happy, that I was fed, that I was resting, that I am secure. And I am happy. I am fed. I'm resting. I'm resting. I'm resting. I'm better at it. And I need to be better at like not judging myself. I'm still working on the judging myself for resting. I'm like, why are you resting? I'm resting. I'm being loved on. I'm allowing myself to be loved on. I'm healing. I'm giving myself the time and the space to work on my things. And I'm happy. I make the decision to be happy. And the days that I'm not happy, it's okay. I have a process of healing that helps me through. It's worth it, y'all. It's worth it. The way it'll help you improve your relationships, the way it'll help you improve your life, the way it'll help you improve your finances, your everything, it's worth it, y'all. I'm going to tell you that one of the biggest ways we block our blessings is when we don't heal. You can call for love, but if you're not healed, it's gonna be elusive to you. You can call for money, but if you're not healed, if you got wounds around money and finance, it's gonna be elusive to you. You can call for whatever the hell you want, but if you don't heal your wounds around that, it's gonna be elusive to you. It is not for the faint of heart, but it is worth it. And I'm thankful. You know what, young speech, baby speech, you're looking at me in awe right now, but I want to say that I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to the young me. I'm grateful to the young me. I'm grateful to the young me. That was so brave of me. Brave and courageous. Because there were some moments when I needed to check out of fear and remove it and do what needed to be done. And there were some times when I needed to walk with fear. I wasn't getting rid of it. I was brave and I was courageous. And I made the decisions that got me here. So you know what? Young baby speech, I'm looking at you. And I'm telling you how dope you are. And we've been dope and this strong and this beautiful the whole time. I'm so proud of me. I'm proud of past me. I'm proud of I'm proud of broken me. I made these decisions to get better in my brokenness. Them first steps were when I was hurt the most. And I made that decision. And I'm really proud of who I was. Even in the moment when I didn't feel proud, even when I was so obviously broken, even when I was so obviously messed up, I still, that's strength, that's beauty. And I respect me. I respect who I was when I wasn't the greatest person, because I tried, and that trying has paid off. I like who I am. I like who I am. I like who I am. I love who I am. I don't covet nobody's life. I can celebrate your successes, anybody's successes, everybody's successes, because this right here is good. I have a long way to go. There are things that I need to work on. I'm still yet problematic in areas, but you know what? There are people who can look at me and they can chart my growth. There are people who remember me from 20 years ago, from 22 years ago, from 23 years ago. And they can chart my growth. There are people who see me now and they know I smell different, I sit different, I walk different. Because it's growth. And that's all that matters. I give thanks for this moment, for these moments. And I'm so proud of how far I've come. If you're on your healing journey, and let me tell you, it's something that we do from the moment we decide until we get to the tomb. You do it from here until your last breath. There are levels to it. As soon as you, and there are some things in life that you're going to heal, that it's going to be done. And there's going to be some things in life that you heal that you're going to work on for a while. And there's some things that you're going to heal in levels. But remember that as you heal, you're also healing your ancestors. So this is generational work that we're doing. We're going to be doing it from now until forever. Sometimes we take 10 steps forward, then 9 steps back, as long as you keep moving forward. Healing is not linear. It's not linear. It is a spiral. My alarm. My alarm for love manifestation. It's 3:33, y'all. May the love surround me. May the love surround me always. May I give love always. May I allow love to come to me. May I receive it. Love is plentiful and it surrounds me always. Ashe, amen, aho, ayubobo. Yes, I set alarm, a manifestation's alarm. So that's my manifestation alarmed, and my reminder, you know, to focus on. I take my moments every day to focus on love. So, and I'm not editing that out. That's gonna stay. This is real life sometimes. But healing is hard. I don't know what I was saying before that exactly, but I know that I can tell you that healing is hard. It's hard. It's hard, but it is worth it. It is so worth it, and I'm grateful. There is a lightness that I have. My mother did not step into this age that I am feeling good about herself. She died like a few years after this. Like she died young, and we were not on good terms, and I know for a fact she was not on good terms with herself. So I am on good terms with myself. I'm on more than good terms with myself, honey, and that is the greatest gift that I could ever give. You know, I've been getting these wish list gifts, and people have been showing me a lot of love. And all of them, because one of my love languages is gift giving, but really the greatest gift that I can give is loving myself and being proud of who I am. And the greatest gift really is what I have done for the last 23 years of my life. I'm so proud, and it makes everything I have gone through worth it. Parts of this journey, there were parts of the healing journey that almost took me out, just like some of this pain and the experiences that I needed to heal from almost took me out. It'll take you to the brink and to the edge, honey. I'm not gonna ever lie to you. it's worth it. But it's worth it. And it's worth it. And it's worth it. Healing is hard. Staying wounded when you have the resources to do your healing work, when you have the knowledge, when you have the wherewithal, when you have what it takes to do the healing work. Healing is hard, but staying wounded when you got all of that to work with is harder. Healing is hard. But it's always, always, always has been, is right now, and forever will be worth it. All right, y'all, that's that on that. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. This was a double header today. This is the second video I'm loading up today because I'm in the middle of my own little challenge that I'm doing, which is uploading every single day in Libra season because it's my birthday, so that's a gift to all of us. I wanted to do this challenge. So I did not, because honey, let me tell you, sometimes you gotta break a challenge to live your life. So I'm not even judging myself. I lived the hell out of my life yesterday. I had the greatest time. And I could not. Baby, I could not. I just could not. I could not. I could not. If you see the video before this, I'll tell you, you know what's up. And if you paid attention to the things I said, you know what's up. This is why it's worth it, yo. This is when I say healing is worth it, and this is what got me wanting to speak about this today, is because, like, I live a good life, and this would not be possible without the healing. It would not have opened up to any of this without the healing. So I'm hitting you with a double header because I said I was going to give you these videos for all of Libra season. Libra city seasons are like, what, 30, 31 days. I'm going to get you these 30 videos, so you get a double header today. So if you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you. If you're watching this independently of any of all of my shenanigans, gold star for you too. Gold star for everybody. Some kind of gold stars off for everybody today. It is my birthday. I'm actually gonna get some gold stars. I'm gonna like make them all special and everything, and you know, give them out free. I like gold star pens. Like I'm gonna give them out to special people who like want them and really dig it. So at some point I'll figure it out. Stickers, pens, something. Anyway, let me stop rambling. Thank you for your support. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving me, yo. And thank you for just, you know, listening. Thank you for sharing my things. Please like, subscribe, share this all over the place. And know that I love you, I care about you, and all that good stuff. Whenever you encounter this, good morning, good evening, may you have one. May you have a good morning, a good evening, a good afternoon, a good mid-morning, a good mid-afternoon. I think I said that again, but that's okay. May you have a good middle of the night. I knew I was forgetting one. And I hope you're taking care of yourself and loving all over you, okay? And if you're on your healing journey, just keep going, baby. Keep swimming. You're going to reach there. There are parts of healing that are really, really beautiful and divine. There's parts that are just caca, boo-boo, and they feel horrible. But it's all worth it. It's all worth it, all right? All right, so I'm going to let you go. Have a good whenever you're watching this. And I love you. I thank you. Share this to whoever you feel like it needs to be shared to. On that note, one more thing. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, and if you're feeling me, make sure you hit that what like button. Make sure you hit that who subscribe button. Make sure you hit that where notifications bell. You know that it makes sense, but whatever. It makes sense. It did and it did. We all know what's going on here. Follow those instructions. Like, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.